you guys? It is Sydney here today, and we have a solid color challenge, quote unquote. This is definitely kind of a clickbaity title, possibly. I mean, it is the solid color challenge, and it was kind of what I was going for. We used mainly black in this house, though I will say we used a lot, or not a lot, but there are other colors in the house as well. It is not all completely black. Though I went into the build with the mindset of the solid color challenge, so I am going to call this the solid color challenge, and it is a generally black house. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with. You can agree. You can disagree. We can agree to disagree. But that's what I'm calling it. I don't know. I feel like I did well. I used mainly black. Again, in the comments, definitely tell me what you think. If you think I am a horrible liar. If you think that this is the ugliest house you've ever seen. Whatever it is, you let me know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're always notified when I have a new video. So right now, we are obviously in Forgotten Hollow. This house is meant for a vampiric family, and it is meant for a family that we will be seeing next week in my solid color Create a Sim challenge. Again, that is quote unquote because I tried but possibly failed. Anyways, this is a little vampire home. It has a black theme to it, and I generally tried to use only black items. Again, for me personally, I think I did a good job, though I am not against trying again or doing it differently or doing it again. My only issue with it, where I feel like I didn't satisfy the needs of the solid color challenge, was because I made it a black home, and I feel like that's too easy. Like, I need to try a purple or a pink or a red or something obnoxious, and then I can feel confident that I did the solid color challenge correctly. But I don't know. I really love this house. I loved how it turned out. I think it was really nice. And I don't know. I like it. I think it was good. Now we did start this build, or I started this build on my own, in my own game, and then I went to Twitch, I believe the day after, and I did the rest of it. So don't forget to follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/ofmisfitplays. I always am streaming on there. Well, not always. I guess I stream on there every Tuesday, or no. Heck, I stream on there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Friday most likely is a build video, and then or a building stream, sometimes a create a sim, but generally it's like a build or create a sim stream. And then on Wednesdays, I do my Not So Berry challenge. And like we've kind of been talking about with the Not So Berry challenge, if you are new or not up to date on it, I stream every Wednesday my Not So Berry challenge, and then once a month I will post an update here on YouTube that tends to be like 30 to 40 minutes, maybe longer, just so you kind of can get your little monthly update and know what's going on if you're not able to catch the streams. Though I post my build videos and my Create a Sim videos over on my Twitch video feed, so that way if you want to watch the like builds or Create a Sims, you will have to check those out on Twitch, just because I don't want to spam my YouTube with it, because I do have this new kind of progressive-ish scheduling that I'm doing, and I would love to know in the comments down below what you think of the schedule, what you think of the builds that have been coming out, if you've been loving them, if you've been hating them. This is hopefully-ish my last week of pre-recording, as much as I do. I am pre-recording this about a week to 2 weeks in advance to posting it, and so I'm slowly going to stop doing that, where I will be doing my voiceovers and my recordings generally the week of to like just a few days before the video goes out, so that way I'm able to get more feedback and know what you guys like and what you guys don't like. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really awesome. We just got, a couple videos to go through, and I will be done pre-recording. I will still probably have some pre-recorded videos, or I don't know. See, personally for me, I like to be ahead of the game. I like to stay ahead, and so I want to have my videos so I know I don't have to stress that week. But I also want to give you more content that is up to date and current, so I can stay up to date with trends or with different challenges, and that way I can get feedback from you guys from what you like and what you don't like. So I don't know. Let me know down below if you like that idea, you hate that idea, you like how I'm doing videos now, or if you even wish I stopped making videos all in all. Because, hey, maybe I will if enough people say that they hate this. You never know. Anyways, this house was definitely out of my aesthetic and out of my comfort zone. I used a lot. It was just, I don't know. This isn't the type of build I normally do. And there's nothing against it. I ended up loving how it turned out in the end. I think it's great. It ends up being like one of my favorite houses. I loved the layout of it. I loved the design of it. But it's definitely crazy and it's definitely different. So there is that. And I don't know, I think the Sims that I made to go in this house fit it very well, and it's a really good house. It made me work out of my comfort zone, especially with the layout, because I tend to do open plans. With this house, I did a very closed plan, I guess, which is really different for me, but I love how it suited the house and how it suits this family, and in general, I think this house turned out a lot better than what I could have imagined it to turn out, and I really do love it. Now, this video is still 23 minutes-ish long, and I have recorded 4 voiceovers before this. I have been talking for over an hour just doing voiceovers, and I streamed before that, so I have been talking generally or basically to myself since 10 o'clock, and it is now 2:30 my time, and let me tell you, that's insane, and I'm running out of stuff to talk about, especially since this video is going up in the future. I don't really know what to talk about. Right here, you probably noticed a quality change, and that is because we had just finished doing what I did off stream, and now this is on stream, and I haven't really been able to figure out how to get the quality to stay or match and that kind of thing, so this is a little bit more fuzzy. So there's something wrong with your computer. It's not you, it's me, it's the video. It's gonna be a little bit fuzzier now, and I'm sorry for that. It's just, it happened, and I still wanted to post it, and I still wanted to do it, so either live with it or unsubscribe or give me all the hate comments. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. And I'm kidding. Do not unsubscribe. Do not leave me hate comments. If anything, tweet at me. My Twitter is down below, ofmisfitmarie. So, yes. And while you're down there, follow all my other links. I have my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Origin. You can just make sure you're following me, get my deets as they come out. Right here, you will notice that there's like this little gap that we ended up putting like a little, this little dude in there. And I don't know why that happened. So if anyone knows in the comments why that happened when I was building it, let me know, because I'm mad about that. I mean, I think it still turned out okay, and you wouldn't really notice in regular gameplay, but it was still pretty annoying, like, in general. So as you notice, we have a couple things that aren't completely black, such as our stones, or like the rocks. There's greenery and the decoration, and upstairs, a lot of the walls are white, and that is because those are kid bedrooms, and they have a black aesthetic, but they're not completely black, and that's because I didn't want to make it super depressing and super sad. I still wanted to have, a childish aspect to it, and so There is a little bit of white in there still, though downstairs, and most of the time, the wallpaper is more of a black. Each wallpaper, I believe, is different in the dining, kitchen, and living space. Though they're all the black wallpaper with the brown border, they have the different designs. Maybe. I might be lying, but I'm pretty sure that's true. And then the hallways have the same design. I don't know. I wanted them to look the same but also different at the same time, so I'm not sure. I don't remember 100% what I did and what I didn't do. I guess watch the video and find out. You will notice I save a lot in this, and that's because I play on a Mac, and it does like this kind of glitchy thing where all of a sudden my screen will start moving and just like going, and I'm not touching anything, I'm not doing anything, but my screen is, like, it's just playing. And most of the time, if I save, it fixes the issue, so I save to fix that issue often in my speed builds and gameplay in general whenever that happens. You may notice it, you may not, you may care, you may not care, but I'm just letting you know in case you do or in case you don't. Oh, right here, we went on a pause in my Twitch stream that I did not take out of the video. So there you go. You've seen that logo before. That is the logo I use at the end of my videos. That is my little logo, and I do use that on Twitch as well. ofmisfitplays. That is my tag and my label. So right now we are working on the kitchen. Like I said, I really do like how this house turned out. It's out of my comfort zone, but I do really love it. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got the idea for it from Little Simsy's her 100 Baby Challenge. The second generation's home is kind of what I based this off of a little bit, not the whole thing completely, but it is what inspired me to make a solid color build and inspired me to make it vampire themed, though it is not solely based off this or meant to copy it or any of that kind of stuff. It is just generally where I got the idea for it. And if you think I'm copying her, I am sorry. I wasn't. I thought it looked good, and so I went with it. No, I really don't think it looks that much alike. It's just kind of similar in some sense. We have another little coffee area, and I just love the look of having like a little offset coffee area. I think it's just really cute, and it's a way to like fill in the kitchen without making it look crazy cluttered. I don't know. I really love this house. I think it turned out really great. And there's 17 minutes left in this voiceover, and I really don't know what to talk about. So that is awesome. It's definitely very it is definitely very vampire themed. Though some of the items I use may not fit the fully black aesthetic, they do fit the vampire aesthetic, and so I feel like that's okay. It was a black and white vampire build, or a black vampire build, a solid black vampire build. I don't know. Again, I really love how this house turned out, so as much as you hate it, I will be okay with that, because I liked how it turned out. I think it was really awesome, and I really do love it. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that table's probably a little obnoxious. We could have gone with a smaller one, but I mean, I put it in there and I went with it. And I'm not gonna hate, because I think it looks okay. You know? I'm honestly impressed that I was able to build this much with a generally black color scheme. Mainly because black isn't one of the colors I go to that often. And I just really love all the items I was able to find. Like, I had it filtered with the black category, so even though some of the items may not be completely black, they are filtered through the black category, so I'm okay with it, you know. It says it's black in The Sims, so it's black enough for me. And I love how this house turned out. I think even though it has this black vampiric aesthetic, I do feel like it is still very homey and a nice home for a vampire family, and I do like it. I think it turned out a lot nicer than I imagined. Because when I think of these solid color builds, they tend to be really kind of ugly and tacky looking, and they tend to be like small, like 1-bedrooms or just little tiny builds. And that might be because they choose the more obnoxious colors like purples and pinks and blues and stuff like that. So maybe next time I will pick a color that's a little bit more obnoxious like that, and I will give it a go again. And that could very well end up being a lot harder. I can follow the challenge more like to T, and that can make it a lot more difficult. But this was me following the challenge how I see fit and what I liked and what I thought. And I feel like I did a pretty good job at it. I mean, this house is black. I feel like you can't look at this and not think that it is a black to solid black home. So I'm completely okay with how it turned out and all that kind of fun stuff. And I really, like I said, I feel like it is still homey, even though it has this darker exterior and darker aesthetic to it. I feel like it fits in well with the Forgotten Hollow homes, and it's just really nice. It's a different layout, different design, different aesthetic than what I normally go with, and I really like that about this house. And I don't know what else to talk about too much, to be real with you guys. I still have 13 minutes, and I don't want to leave you with 13 minutes of music. I do want to talk. Currently, my daughter is upset. She is crying. I will not lie to you and to my fiance that is possibly watching this. She is currently upset, but I have roughly 10 more minutes. I mean, the video is 13, but I need to talk for probably 10 more minutes. Now, she's not that upset. They're little baby whimpers, but she's ready for some food. But I really just want to get this video done. I don't want to have 2 parts in my voiceover because that just messes me up when it comes to editing. We do change that right there, this table. We make it a organ because I always forget we have those in the game, and the daughter is a music lover. And so we do put that in, and I feel like organs are very, like, vampire-y and fit the vampiric aesthetic, so we do end up putting that in instead. And I believe we do a different type of desk up in her bedroom, and her bedroom ends up being my favorite bedroom in the whole entire house. I just love how it turned out. Originally, going into it, I was thinking, oh, it's an all-black room, it's going to be kind of more of a moody teenage boy. I kind of in the beginning of my channel did a teenage boy, my first pet stuff pack bedroom, and that one was really dark and black, and that was kind of what I was thinking when building this, that the room's gonna end up pretty similar, be like the same idea, same aesthetic, but it actually turned out I made it a female room instead, and I love how it turned out. It's dark, but it's still like nice and classy, I guess. And I don't know, it turned out great, and I loved it. Now, in the bathrooms here, in all 3 bathrooms, they have a color scheme that is not black, and that is because I use the vampire items, and those items come with different colored swatches, and so I went with that, and I wanted to use these rugs, and so this one is more red, the parents' ensuite is more purple, and then the kids' little Jack and Jill bathroom is more, I believe, on the blue to gold kind of color scheme. I like it, and I think it's okay. Like I said, we have a couple different colored items throughout the house, but in general, the house is considered solid black, in my opinion. Again, in yours, it could be completely different, but I feel like in general, this house is pretty much a black house. So right now, we are fixing the lighting. Something I do in a lot of my houses is that I give them those base cylinder lights or whatever you want to call them that work really well, and they light up the place really well. And so I do that so I can get all the colors in the room and everything how I like it. And then once the house is decorated how I like it, I will go back and delete all of those and add in lightings that I feel like fit the aesthetic of the house better. And when it came to this house, I wanted it to have more of an orangey candlelit look and more of a kind of a dimmed lighting, like it's not that bright of a house, because I felt like that fit vampire houses, I felt like that fit a black themed house. And so you will notice there is not a lot of lighting in the general living spaces. Though in the bedrooms, I believe I keep the normal spear lightings in the bedrooms. I don't know why. Mainly for like realistic purposes, I guess. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I keep regular lighting in there. But the rest of the house has more of an orangey candle-like tone to it. Alrighty, so we are on the final stretch now. Only 10 more minutes of my voiceover, and I am done recording voiceovers for the day. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, I've done like 4 to 5 voiceovers already, and I stream. So I've been talking to myself all day. I've been doing all these voiceovers. So this is the 3rd time I came back to the build. So like I said, the first part of the build I did off stream when I was just kind of creating it and messing with it myself. The second part was done on stream, and that is when we did the downstairs decorating. And then here in the 3rd part is when we start working more on the upstairs decorating and some smaller pieces here and there. But in general, we will focus more on upstairs now, and I am still streaming this. I end up putting in those Edison light bulbs from laundry day, just because I really like the look of those, and I like the look of them in bathrooms, especially in these bathrooms. I felt like it suited the aesthetic of the house of like this kind of dark vampire home. I felt like they would have open Edison balls, and in the bathroom I think it looked the best and kind of fit really well, and I do love how it turned out. Right now we are working on the Jack and Jill bathroom. If you do not know what that is, that basically just means it can be entered from 2 different ways, from 2 different bedrooms at least. So it is just in between 2 different bedrooms. Is a bathroom that only has bedroom entrances. How many times am I gonna have to say or explain that? Well, I just did like 3 times, but I really do like it, and I like that idea of having just a bathroom in between the 2 bedrooms. Makes it accessible in that different way, shape, or form. Right now we are working on different like rugs and carpeting in the house, figuring out just little bits of added furniture that could be added to kind of clean up the house, make it look better, different, that kind of style. I'm now working on the bathrooms. Normally when I build, I tend to do kitchen, dining, living room, and then I get all the bathrooms done, and then I go on to any bedrooms. Or I guess all houses have bedrooms. So then I go on to the bedrooms. I don't know why. It's just how I like to build. I like to do the living and the kitchen area. I feel like that really sets up the mood for the house. And it's really like what someone wants. Like why someone would want to download the house is how the living space looks. Whereas the bedrooms, those get adjusted throughout gameplay. And, you know, are more character based, whereas this is more just, I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I don't 100%. But basically, I like doing the living in the kitchen because I feel like that's what people look at when they come to download a house, and if they like a house. Bedrooms, hit and miss. Sometimes you can like them, sometimes you don't. I really like these bedrooms. I did put a lot of time in them. But I do the bedrooms last, so it's kind of like an Oreo method. Where you do something you like, something you don't, something you like. So I do the decorating of the living spaces that I like, I do the bathrooms that I don't like, and then I do the decorating of the bedrooms, which is another thing that I like. I don't know if any of that makes sense in any way, shape, or form, but I hope you understand and understood. Right now, we are working on the kids' bedroom. Now, this is when different types of colors, I feel like, start to get added in just a little bit more. We do have a little bits of purple and gold in here. Again, I am trying to make this a kid's bedroom, but I didn't want it to be too drab and too black. So we do have these extra colors to just fit in. I love the rugs in making like the little rugs with the polka dots and the big rugs with the polka dots, and then having the polka dot walls. I feel like this is a really nice bedroom for a child, and it just kind of fits their, I don't know, I feel like it's childish but still dark and moody at the same time. The child I created for this room was part vampire, and so I really do feel like it fits his aesthetic and what he would like. And I feel like he's kind of in the older age of childhood, so he would definitely like this and find interest in it. And so now we are working on the teenage daughter's bedroom, and we use the club decorations, which I thought were just really perfect because I find them to be a little bit more on the girly side, like that would have the type of decoration in the room, but they still had that black theme to it and the skull theme. And then all of these just darker decorations. I really loved how her room turned out. And just in general, being able to make this black themed bedroom but still make it kind of feminine and girly at the same time. And I think it turned out really well. And I do love how this room is. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys here because I have just been flying on my pants since I started this voiceover, and now there's only 4 minutes left. So I'm going to leave you guys with some music, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow all those links down below in the description, and I will see you all next time. Bye.